My friends, what is going on, and happy Easter to everybody out there. I hope you guys are having an amazing day out there. Hope you're having an amazing Sunday and into a weekend, my friends. Hope everyone is doing well out there. Let's go ahead and see who we have for today. We have ourselves Linda. We have portions, we have Linda. We have Knox. I said portions. I'm used to that. That's something I say on the stream a lot. It's portions of something. But overall, sorry about that. It's been a heck of a night here, my friends. TRG's here. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing all right. Shiny. We have RG. We have Brady. What's up, everybody? Hope everyone is doing good out there for today. So, like I said, you might notice I'm actually in a different environment. I did rearrange my desk area, so I kind of moved. I basically kind of moved everything from back there. Originally, I was streaming this way. And now I'm streaming this way. Anyways, but that's just why you see things that are a little bit different off there. But what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing good here. Let's see. Team Kenny with a member for 6 months. Wow. What's up, dude? Hope you're doing all right. Thank you. Saying hello. What's up, Team Kenny? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Tornado warnings today? No. There's not been any tornado warnings there. Yeah, there really has not been any tornado warnings today, which is definitely some good news. Although I will do a quick little preview for you guys. We got ourselves a bit of severe weather that's actually popping off here across portions of Texas. You know, we actually mentioned this here in yesterday's live stream. You know, just as a little bit of a heads up to y'all out there. The good news is that we're not seeing the threat for tornadoes. Obviously, that's definitely a great thing, but we are seeing the chances for large hail. And look at this guy. Whoa, dude. That has upgraded a lot in the last few minutes. Baseball-size hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts out of this one storm here. Holy cow. Okay, I was not expecting any of these storms to get this big. Let's see, some of these other guys. Golf ball-size hail. Quarter-size hail. Julie says anything for Lubbock. So you're actually in the path of a storm right now. Here's Lubbock. You can actually see on the map here. You, my friend, are just there's a severe thunderstorm warning just northwest of you, and it is producing the possibility there of quarter-size hail and maybe even 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So it's going to be possible for a few strong to severe storms tonight, but overall, that is kind of what we're looking at. What about San Angelo? Okay, so San Antonio. Where is San Angelo? I always forget. Oh, there we go. I always get San Angelo and San Antonio mixed up here. So you guys are pretty much good right now overall. But anyways, we're going to talk about the zip code forecast here in a little bit. So hold your zip code forecast here for a moment. I'll tell you what we're going to do, my friends. We're going to take you all over to the models. We're going to talk about this potential storm system that we're looking at here for this week now at this point. it's going to be really possibly kicking here for the 15th. So, my friends out there, you might want to watch out here for the 15th because it could get a little bit interesting out there. I tell you what. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and switch on over here. First up, we're going to take a look at the European model, the ECMWF, regarding the potential here for severe weather. So let's go ahead and jump over to that here right now. So, all right, here we go. So we're taking a look at the available energy in atmosphere. Like I said, basically just showing you where, the thunderstorm fuel is at, essentially. Basically where the, like I said, basically where the thunderstorm energy is at for overall thunderstorms and perhaps severe weather. So, time you can see is on the top. Let's see here. The top left, you guys can see that right there, kind of showing the time. So just a little heads up, just to kind of show you all what's going on there. Anyways, my friends, we track our way down here in time, and look what happens. So we move our way through. There is that little potential tropical cyclone out there. It's going to be a subtropical cyclone, which a subtropical cyclone is basically a, they're pretty similar to tropical cyclones, but they just have a few limiting factors, which makes them not a tropical cyclone. But it's going to have some similar traits, possibly, so we'll keep an eye on it. Overall, though, look what happens as we drive way down in time. Look how much energy it vects north. I'm telling you what, my friends, look at all that. So, like I said, really for thunderstorms, you need 500, we see JKG. That's, like I said, you typically need 500 to 1,000 for severe weather. And oh my gosh, we are seeing a lot of it. Look at this, nearly 4,000 in some areas. That is completely overkill. That is a lot of available energy here presented by the ECMWF here. Now, the next thing I want to look at here is the winds kind of towards the surface around this time, because this will tell me if there's a tornado potential out of it. And overall, in some areas, the winds could be strong enough to possibly fire off a few tornadoes. I'd say it is a possibility here. But I really think that the main concerns out of this here is going to be the threat for, like I said, the threat kind of for damaging winds and even a bit of hail. Really do think that is something we should watch out for. So I tell you what we're going to do really quickly. I am going to be grabbing a few little soundings here. Like I said, just a few samples in the atmosphere just to take a look and see what is going on out there. But yeah, so once again, this is here for the 15th, y'all. Like I said, for the late 15th, which is on Saturday, I believe. Yeah, so basically Saturday. So it is still a few days out. All right, I'm going to grab a sounding across Texas. I know you're not going to understand this, but let me tell you what this means. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of available energy out there. So overall, there's a lot of energy for severe thunderstorm possibilities. Definitely the potential for some damaging winds here. We're talking possibly even like 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, wind gusts potentially. Could be pretty nasty, and a pretty decently dry atmosphere. The more higher you go up, the more dry it gets. That could fire off the possibility here of, like I said, could show the possibility here of a bit of hail. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for all of that. Anyways, but yeah, so according to the model here, there's definitely going to be enough available energy in the atmosphere. Let's take a look at the GFS here. I'm actually curious to see what the GFS's opinion has on this here. So overall, like I said, you can see there the European model did support all of that. Although what's really interesting here is that the GFS kind of really holds back on it from what it looks like. I mean, obviously here for the 15th, we do have enough energy, possibly fire off some storms. A lot less here further up, according to this model, which is definitely some interesting news here. So overall, yeah, the models are still in a little bit of disagreement. Obviously, that's going to be likely over the next few days as we are seeing, the models kind of flip-flop back and forth, try to come to an agreement out there. But overall, I mean, yes, so there is enough available energy out there to possibly fire off some storms. I mean, there is definitely still enough energy, even towards like the Midwest to possibly fire off a few severe storms as well. I'm going to grab like a little cherry pick sounding out there towards Missouri. Let's see. So yeah, so it looks possible here that there could be a possibility for some damaging wind gusts maybe out of this. Once again, this is still kind of the early view of everything, so we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Dylan wants me to take a look here at significant tornado parameter, which I think is not available on the GFS, at least from right here, from what I'm looking at. So yeah, no. Like I said, a lot of people don't understand what significant tornado parameter is. It's a mixture of ingredients, basically, to tell you, the likelihood of tornadoes, roughly, in a much broken down view. That's essentially what it is. It basically just takes a whole bunch of factors in the environment, like available energy, wind shear, all that stuff, and then it basically plots it. But But overall, it's still a little early for that. I'm not going to dive too far into it. So now the next thing I want to look at with you guys is there might even be a possibility for even some snow. Let me look at that, though. Let me actually zoom into that. We're going to take a look at the GFS here first, and then we'll zoom into the European model here. So we track way down here in time, get that little potential tropical cyclone out there. Like I said, it looks like, I mean, it seems like it's been kind of dying out in the latest frames, or the latest models that's been coming out. So that's definitely some good news overall. But it does kind of show it making quote-unquote landfall here for basically the 12th. So that's that. And another thing that we need to look at, guys, is actually a monster typhoon, which is basically a hurricane out there. For northwestern Australia. I'm going to have to show you guys that here in a moment. It's ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. Anyways, but out of the system here, according to the GFS model, it appears to be just mostly rain. It doesn't really show too much of any winter weather on it, except maybe whenever it moves into like eastern Canada, it might even pick up a little bit of snow as it starts to run into some cooler air. And of course, high pressure will build in after that, basically leading to some pretty overall nice conditions out there. I think that is, definitely something that, could occur. But let me look at the European models. It's, like I said, it's obviously best to compare models here. It's definitely never a good thing just to go off of one in particular model here. So let's go ahead and try. Let's see what these other models have to say. So next up, we have the European model. Tracking our way down here in time, got that little, subtropical cyclone potential out there in the Gulf, which, like I said, I think that threat's actually diminishing quite a bit, so I'm not really as worried about it, I'm not really worried about it. However, look at that. That's interesting. So according to the European model here, as you can see, the ECMWF, it really shows a bit of snow, maybe even a bit of an ice concern. Do y'all see that? All that pink you see over there on the map here, according to the European model, shows that possibility of maybe a bit of sleet, maybe even a bit of freezing rain mixing in. So that's a possibility. Yeah, look at that. So here, look at that. The European model kind of shows in a pretty aggressive looking line there in eastern Arkansas in the latest frames, which is definitely pretty interesting. And like I said, there's likely going to be severe weather for this. This is showing for basically the late 15th, essentially. So, like I said, that is something we need to watch out for. But like I said, yeah, I mean, as you can tell between both of the models, we do have a bit of disagreement, but we have a bit of agreement as well. The overall agreement is that the system will exist and will likely produce severe weather. The disagreements is how strong this system is going to be, where it's going to end up tracking, and as well as if it's going to carry any winter properties or not. That's kind of the main question right now. So when it comes to it, it looks possible. It looks possible either way. So we'll keep an eye out there for you just to keep it on the table. All right, so I do want to mention this really quickly, you guys. For a monstrous typhoon that is going to impact northwestern Australia. So to my Australian friends out there, you might want to listen up on this here, because my goodness, I have not seen a storm like this in a while. So let's go ahead and switch over here to the one of my views here. We're going to pull up the hurricane models here for a moment. Let's look at this. So this is actually what we call the HWRF model, which is a very, very well-known hurricane model. But look what happens. So we're going to switch here to 18. So obviously this is the projection of the future, just FYI, just letting you all know. But I want to show you guys how absolutely crazy this looks here. Let's go ahead and switch down to the previous run because that one's not done loading yet. But we track way down in time here. I mean, look at this. So you can see how it starts to kind of develop its eye. Let's see if I can actually move a frame forward here. See how it's actually starting to develop its eye? Which that is definitely pretty aggressive looking. But look at this. It makes landfall as a monstrous Category 5 typhoon, which, like I said, it is forecasted to be a Category 5 overall. So, to my friends in Australia, northwestern side there towards, like, Port Hedland, between Port Hedland and, like, Broome, like I said, I don't know exactly how you pronounce that area, but between those two areas, I would highly consider really monitoring this here. I do think we are going to go live on this, actually, in which this will be making landfall directly, on the Eastern time zone, according to Eastern time. This will be making landfall here for the 12th at around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So right here for the 12th. So this is just about 3 days ish away. Yeah, about 3 days. In about an hour, it'll be about 3 days away. So we are probably going to do some live coverage on this here. Let me see. So actually something I do want to look at really quickly, just to be the last thing we talk about the system here for tonight, but I do want to go ahead and show you guys the potential winds on this thing. I mean, it is ridiculous. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. So look at this. So according to the the HWRF model, which is, like I said, is a hurricane model, oh my goodness, 146 knots. So I don't know if you guys probably don't know the equivalent here. Look at this. I'm going to bring y'all over here to my other screen over here. Okay, so here's the conversion. So that's knots, that's miles per hour. So like I said, we looked at 146, right? 146 knots is 168 miles an hour sustained. That's constant. That's not even including gusts. You know, gusts could go well even higher than that. Wow. So that is something that we have got to really be looking out for. Like I said, I typically don't cover these systems out in other portions than the U.S. because, like I said, I'm mostly centralized to the United States and covering, America here. But this is just a system that we cannot ignore. I mean, this is seriously going to be something that we need to watch out for. Let me pull up the pressure really quickly. I know I said that was the last thing, but look at that. 913 millibars according to the HWRF model. If you don't know what that means, that is a heck of a low pressure system. Oh my gosh. Overall, very nasty system you should be watching out for. I mean, seriously, like that is just a really disgusting looking storm here that's going to be driving through. I mean, look at that. Look at the pressure, how it starts to really drop as soon as it makes landfall here. Like I said, once again, they're towards like Port Hedland. This is going to be impacting, I guess this is Highway 1. I'm not really too fond of, Australian regions out there. But like I said, between Broome and Port Hedland, yeah, I would highly consider watching this here. Because like I said, it's definitely going to be a rocker for sure. So we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, we'll definitely keep y'all informed with that overall view and stuff. But like I said, y'all, the main concern here that, we're worried about in the United States as of right now, I wouldn't say worried, but something that I'm a little concerned about, once again, is the possibility for severe weather out here. Once again, this is for the 15th, in which I really do think that, like I said, according to the latest models and all that fun stuff, we get this quote-unquote tropical cyclone. It's actually called a subtropical storm, a potential subtropical storm here. It's not a for sure thing it's going to form, but like I said, I mean, it's been popping up in the models here for a while. But, like I said, it could be making impacts here for like the 13th and the 14th. Now, shortly after that, like I said, if you look at the models here, oops, didn't mean to do that. If you look at the models here, you'll actually notice how all of these colors start to really move up into, like, the Midwest portions here, even towards, like, the Ohio Valley. And what that is, my friends, that is actually available energy for thunderstorm and severe thunderstorm development. So, with that being said, I mean, there is going to be the possibility of, some severe weather across these regions. Now, right now, the winds at certain levels of the atmosphere are not terribly strong, which might limit some of these, storm modes and stuff like that, but who knows? That could change. I mean, this is still a little bit less than a week out. This is for next Saturday, so obviously there is still a lot of time, but like I said, this thing's just been popping up in the models. I mean, we dive out back another model here. I mean, you see it pop right back up again. I mean, it's something in the long range that we need to be on the lookout for. So we'll just keep an eye on it. How about that? We'll definitely just watch out for it, as it definitely looks pretty interesting. Now, whenever it comes to that, so I don't know if you noticed on the thumbnail there. Let me see if I can make this look a little bit better for you guys. But I don't know if y'all seen on the thumbnail there the exact frame I had. So I'm going to zoom into, let's see. There we go. All right, so yeah, no, you can see that the European model's infrared view really blows up. I mean, look at this. So this is moving in here. Let me try to do something real quickly here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I got the time there for you. All right, cool. So yeah, you can see as we track way down here, like for the 13th and the 14th, we kind of get this little wall that you might notice kind of moves through. And then shortly after, we start to get some thunderstorm development out of it. And look at that. Right there for like the evening of the 15th. Like I said, that's right where all that available energy is at. That's where all this severe weather, is expected. So, like I said, that could be something pretty interesting. I mean, like I said, that continues on for several hours. Potentially across like the across like the southern plains, maybe moving into like it even shows portions of like the upper Midwest being affected, which I find really interesting here. Like I said, it really shows areas of like the upper Midwest potentially being affected by this, so we'll definitely need to watch out for it. But overall, I mean, that is just something that I wanted to address with you guys in order to make sure that you guys are aware of it. Like I said, just to give you all a little bit of a heads up out there. Now, like I said, things are still going to change, in terms of strength of the cyclone, in terms of where the cyclone is going to end up. It also determines on, available moisture, all this stuff. It's still kind of blurry out there. But what we know, as of right now, is that there is going to be a system that will be driving through here for basically late this week, right there at the end of this week, that will likely bring all kinds of hazards being possible. So we'll definitely watch out for that. Now, something else I do want to talk about with you all. Like I said, regarding all of that fun stuff, something I do want to pull out here really quickly for you guys is the winds out of this here. Here we go. So I want to see how strong the winds potentially could get. This is just something I want to look at with y'all real quickly, just to kind of show you. Now, when it comes to this event here, yeah, honestly, really not too bad. Honestly, it does not seem those winds are going to be too crazy. At most, in these green regions, kind of showing like 25 miles an hour sustained. So that's a constant 25. What I want to look at, though, is the wind gusts, potentially. What the winds could maximally get up to. Just to kind of see what's going on there. And honestly, it's pretty sad. Really not expected to be anything too crazy. Although I will say here, for like the late 16th there, these areas in orange, possibly for like Iowa and portions of like western Wisconsin, upper state of Michigan even, we could be seeing some gust here, maybe up to like 45 or so. But once again, that's the European model talking there. Let's see, when it comes to the... Oh, these are in knots. Or the other one was in miles an hour. This one's in knots, which is interesting. Anyways, but yeah, honestly, I'm not too worried about the winds, honestly. Really not too worried about it. So overall, like I said, should you worry about the winds? Nah, it'll be all right. Like I said, the main concern, though, for like later this week, though, I believe is really going to be the potential here of, like I said, really going to be the potential here of, thunderstorms, of possible all hazards. Now, once again, it's still a little bit early and stuff like that, but that is overall of that. Now, one last thing I want to do before we get into these personal forecasts with y'all, because like I said, we're going to be doing that with you guys here. I want to go ahead and show you the overall view really quickly, and then we are going to move into the personal forecast. Like I said, the overall view here for Easter, like I said, we have had a lucky Easter today because it is very dry across much of the country here. And like I said, the good news is that we have ourselves a big old high pressure system. I mean, across the east and across the west here. I mean, like I said, just a big old bubble here of high pressure across like the entire country, which is leading to some pretty nice conditions overall. Nothing crazy, except, excluding some of these areas down towards like Texas. Once again, like I said, you guys have been dealing with a bit of severe weather activity today. But like I said, that's about all that's going on. And plus a little bit of moisture across the upper northwest. But anyways, that's that. So we track way down in time here, obviously moving in towards like the 12th that you can see here for the morning. Pretty dry for a lot of people. That subtropical cyclone potential will likely be making quote-unquote landfall here for like the 12th and the 13th from what it looks like. So honestly, I'm not worried about it. It was looking a lot more concerning on the previous models, but it seems like every single model since has been just downtrending it, which is good news, meaning it's not going to have as many impacts out there. So that is definitely some good news. Whenever it comes to, let's see, that's radar. Let me pull up the lower dynamics here. Maybe those winds there towards the surface. Down here in time, moving to the 12th, essentially. As you can see, those winds do pick up. I'm actually going to drop over to the NAM 12K. Goes a little bit further out there. Yeah, look at that. Wow! The NAM model explodes. Holy cow, dude. Okay, so like the GFS, that's actually caught me by surprise. That is ridiculous. Yeah, the GFS, as you can see, hardly shows anything. Oh, man. That is interesting. Okay. So, like I said, we'll watch it still. I still don't see too much high hopes out of it. But my goodness, that is actually like really, that really has shocked me what the Nam is talking about. Now, Nam is known to be drunk every once in a while and not very trustworthy. But I mean, honestly, you should take every model into consideration out there. Let's try the RGEM maybe. Yeah, this one, yeah, very, very broad area of rotation, as you can actually see right there in the Golf here for basically like the 13th. Now, I will mention, you guys, the one thing about these systems is that there is the possibility for some tornadoes on the right-hand side of them. For example, if I was to take a look here, oops, let's see. Oh, apparently they don't have MLK. Well, that's unfortunate. But according to some of these other models, like here's the GFS, this has it. According to like the GFS model, with the available energy, as you can see, it does move inland. You can see how like the portions of the far southeast does kind of get highlighted a bit. And like I said, those are the regions there where we could see a few strong to severe thunderstorm activity. So we'll watch that. We'll definitely watch that. But like I said, I'm just really shocked to compare to what the NAM model has to say. I mean, like I said, that's just ridiculous. That's just really crazy. One last look at that, y'all. I mean, honestly, I am shocked with what this. Now, once again, this is not considered a tropical storm, even though it will have very similar characteristics and very, very similar traits to it. But like I said, it's considered a subtropical storm, meaning that it does not have all of the ingredients for, tropical storm development, essentially. But it'll do pretty much the same thing overall. I mean, realistically, these things do same amount of impacts as a normal tropical system could be. So this could likely be as equivalent to like a tropical storm out there, but it's not a tropical storm. It's confusing. I know. I definitely get it, but anyways, I'm just really concerned here. Let's try the winds out of this one. Yeah, it shows those winds. I mean, really cranking there. According to the NAM model here, the crazy model I should call it now, drunk NAM out here, showing it for early the 13th, showing those winds in excess of sustained 40 knots. Which, like I said, back to our little counter out there, 40 knots. Obviously, nothing crazy, but yeah, that's tropical storm force. That is. So that is definitely tropical storm force. And like I said, there is higher gusts out of that too. So the wind gusts could get even higher than what this is overall showing. But anyways, I just wanted to touch up on that, my friends. Just let y'all know. Yeah, we're gonna need to really dive into this here. They don't have anything on it. Last time I checked, which was earlier, the National Hurricane Center did not. Yeah, they did not put anything out there. When it comes to the winds, though. Let's see, we'll go and forecast here in a few hours. Okay, so kind of right there for like the 12th into the 13th. Yeah, mostly here for basically like the early mid-12th. It shows these winds being around 30-ish. Yeah, kind of slightly below 30 knots sustained, which, like I said, it's really not too much, in which that's pushing right there at that line. So, yeah. We'll just watch it. We'll keep an eye on it and all that fun stuff out there. But anyways, I tell you what we're going to do now, my friends. You know what time it is. If you guys have been here for a while, you know what we're going to be doing next. And so, like I said, if y'all have any questions about the weather going on there towards your location, like I said, we do zip codes here where, like I said, you just give us a zip code. We'll throw it in our handy-dandy program here. It'll tell me where it's at, and I'll tell you what we can expect over the next few days regarding the overall severe potential, anything weather-related, if you're going to see rain, if you're going to see shine, whatever. Like I said, that's basically, what we do out there. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, like I said, just throw down your zip code, and we will look at that here for you. All right, let's see here. First up, we have ourselves a Brady. Once we take a look here at 76513. 76513. All right, my friend, you're here towards Texas, basically on the... Okay, so you're basically right here just north of Austin. Now, something I'm going to do really quickly is I am going to turn on the day one convective outlook here. That way I can actually show you where we're at. So, all right, so for today, there is no threat for severe weather. Overall, no really big threat for any, really anything out there. I mean, it's looking pretty much good overall for the most part. No severe weather, no thunderstorms, nothing like that is expected for you, which is definitely good news. So your Easter should be pretty good. Although, according to some of the models here, like the NAM, it shows the possibility for a few showers that could occur. You can see kind of pop up there. I'm not saying it's going to be a high probability, but it's something probably for like the early tomorrow morning commute. But overall, that is what we're looking at. Now, whenever it comes to like the temperature and all that fun stuff here for you, like I said, we're going to switch over here to the forecast for a moment. Like so, whenever it comes to the temperature down there, I mean, honestly, for like tomorrow, it is going to be pretty nice, pretty similar to what's going on today. Same thing for the next few days, really, just kind of in the 70s for the most part. Really not too bad. Maximum wind gusts out there is expected to be pretty calm over the next day. So overall, you're looking pretty good. Yeah, nothing you got to worry about. Nothing crazy on the forecast there for you. So we're looking all right out there. All right, let's see here. Next up, we have ourselves YVNG. Once we take a look here at 75501. All right, so you're across Texarkana, which is far northeastern Texas. Gotcha. So same thing for you. Not really much expected in terms of those, gusty winds or anything like that. Temperatures here in the 70s, kind of just normal Texas things, essentially. Just kind of doing some normal Texas things. So when it comes to it, like I said, in the future radar here, based off of the NAM 3K here, doesn't really show much. Maybe a few showers early in the morning. What this model shows. Let's show the HRRR here. This is definitely, like I said, you should never just watch one model. And which here we'll drop down to that one right here. Because, yeah, most of these are not even done loading yet. Or the latest one's not done loading yet, I don't believe. But, yeah, no, whenever it comes to it, honestly, it really doesn't show too much. So, yeah, I really don't have high hopes in that overall. Now, okay, so here's the big question. So for next week, for late this week, like I said, there is that threat for severe weather possibility. Now, if we track way down in time, like I said, the available energy does advect its way up here towards your location, kind of here for like the afternoon of the 15th. I'm going to grab a quick sounding just to kind of represent things kind of capped out there. So, not saying it's impossible, but I would watch for possible thunderstorms here on the 15th, as it does look possible, which I would consider looking at, because like I said, the models have been kind of hinting towards a system rolling out there. So that is kind of what we are seeing overall, but anyways, that is just kind of what we're looking at out there. But anyways, that's that. All right, let's see. Next up, we got ourselves. Let's see. I'm gonna try to scroll down to the bottom of the chat here so I can keep up with everybody. We have ourselves Pinky. Once we take a look here at 39531 across portions here of Mississippi. All right, my friend. So you are across the far southernmost area. So, okay, here's the thing. So I would keep an eye out there because, like I said, we are watching this potential subtropical cyclone that rolled through. Like I said, the NAM model is going absolutely haywire, absolutely nuts on this. I don't think it's going to be as strong as the NAM is presenting here, but like I said, it might be something to watch out for. We should keep an eye out there for it. I mean, just for safe measures and stuff. But it looks like it might just be passing right near you. The overall central track of it is going to be passing there right next to you. So we'll definitely be looking out for that. So that's overall the really big concern I have for you right now. Back to the GFS for a moment. Taking a look here back over at that probability for severe weather. Shortly after that event, I mean, there could be a little round of severe weather that could possibly roll through, maybe for like the afternoon of the 16th. Not too confident on, honestly, because it's still pretty far out, but I'm confident in the fact that this thing will likely exist, but more in-depth and more localized to this, I'm not very confident, in most places. For your location, not really too confident on it overall. But anyways, that's there for you. All right, let's see here. Next up, we got ourselves Joseph. Once we take a look here at 71602. All right, across portions here of Arkansas. So you, my friend, are right there on the southeastern side of the state. All right, so severe weather-wise, yeah. So available energy out there, for thunderstorms is there. Obviously that is there, which we will look out for. I mean, definitely enough for severe thunderstorm possibility. I'm going to grab a little sounding out there. Yeah, no, honestly, once again, it's still a little early, but I'd say possible thunderstorms could occur there for like the 15th, maybe the late 15th. So, like I said, that's a day of severe weather we need to be watching out for across portions of the country, including like the South and maybe even up there towards the Midwest. Should be on the lookout there for the 15th, which we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Now, whenever it comes to anything else, like I said, here in the immediate range, just as a quick little future radar possibility. Now, once again, these models are not perfect, but just get an idea of what could occur. And honestly, really nothing is expected to occur for the next few days. So overall, you're looking pretty nice. You're looking pretty good out there. So looking all right, my friend. All right, let's see here. Next up, we got ourselves. Let's see. Love Star Girl wants me to take a look here at 75098. 75098. All right. Cross portions here of Texas. Gotcha. So you, my friend, are right there towards Dallas. So let me move back over to this program for you. So whenever it comes to Dallas region, for today, we do have a severe weather threat across these areas here in the dark green. We actually got a few nasty severe thunderstorm warnings that are popping off here. They were definitely worse earlier than they are now, but still, regardless, we have a little severe weather threat to your west, but for Dallas region, no, you're honestly looking pretty good out there. So that is some good news. Now, when it comes to, didn't mean to do that. Let's go ahead and switch over here to that future reflectivity here. Just taking a look at anything special in the future, the immediate future here. So what it looks like is honestly, it's going to be mostly clear. Honestly, from, like I said, once again, this is just a view, one in particular model's opinion, but I'd say, honestly, it's not expected to do anything crazy. Now, like I said, obviously across the west, if you live there towards Lubbock region, you can see there's a bit of severe thunderstorm warning activity that's going on right now. But like I said, seriously, this is just kind of what we're seeing here. Obviously pop-up thunderstorms has been occurring all day. So that's kind of the only concern out there in Texas right now. But like I said, also this applies for you there towards Dallas. I would watch out for possible severe weather at the end of the week. Once again, kind of like the 15th, kind of like the evening time of the 15th. That is a time period we should be watching out for. Absolutely. All right, let's see here. Next up, we got ourselves Eli. Let's take a look here at 76049. Across portions here of Texas. Gotcha. So this is across areas pretty much similar to what we just looked at. Yeah, so same thing really applies to you. Not expecting much. I would keep an eye out there for late this week, once again for the 15th. But other than that, that is just kind of what we're seeing here. Overall, pretty clear for the next little bit. Yeah, you're not going to be impacted. Should not be impacted by any of these storms out there. So that's good news. Let's see here. You official wants me to take a look here at 79705. 79705. We're here for portions of Texas as well. So this is right here towards Midland. Okay, so you, my friend, are inside the risk here for severe weather. So you can see you're in the marginal risk. Like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5. The higher the number, the more severe potential it gets. You're actually in a level 1, which is the lowest severe weather threat. But I will tell you, no matter what level you're in, there is a threat for severe thunderstorms, in which I would watch out for. So yeah, like I said, we have that going on there. Like I said, we have a marginal risk in effect here, level 1 out of 5. Your main concerns out there, the Storm Prediction Center has the risk not for tornadoes, which is good news. Obviously, we don't want any of that. The low-level jet stream is not strong enough to support any tornadoes, but tornadoes less than 2% chance. Not expecting any of that. We have damaging winds 5% and hail 5%, so that's that. Let's see here. Tabletop with a $2 super chat. First super chat of the day. Thank you so much, man. Greatly appreciate it. Saying, any severe weather this week for Wilmington, North Carolina. All right. So overall, like I said, back to where we are really quickly. I'll get to you here in one moment. But like I said, whenever it comes back to it, watch out for a few thunderstorms out there. And basically, you're in the southern marginal risk region. So keep an eye on it. All right. So for Wilmington out there, so right now, I'm not seeing anything like immediate danger for severe weather, nothing like that. No, I'm not expecting anything really over the next few days. It's going to be pretty much calm. Got a lot of high pressure in place here, leading to some pretty nice and overall good conditions out there. So really not too bad, honestly. Really not too bad out there. However, I will say that, as a possibility of severe weather that could occur on the 15th, which is still very far out. I don't like forecasting that far out because the more further you go out, the more inaccurate it gets. No matter what you look at, it always gets inaccurate. But like I said, based off of past events and the way that things usually go, if this storm does fire off the way we're expecting it to on the 15th, it could carry a cold front and possibly even cause some storms in the southeast. Once again, not confident on that, but you never know. But we'll keep an eye on it. But overall, tabletop, dude, it's expected to be pretty much clear for you for the next several days. We're not really expecting any extreme weather really at all. The only thing I will say could be possible is maybe with this little once again, the potential subtropical storm that's going to roll through, it might cause a bit of rain there towards your location. I think that could be a possibility, but right now it's kind of up for grabs. Now, one thing I do want to do for you real quickly before we move on here is I want to go ahead and show you the the precipitation possibilities, kind of from mixed models out there. Let's go ahead and fix the screen over there for you. Like I said, just taking a look here at what the rainfall accumulations could look like. Yeah, really nothing too crazy. About a half an inch. Yeah, I mean, it's a good little rain event, but nothing really too crazy. But yeah, let's see. Mike says, congrats on 12K. Did we really reach 12K already? Like, are you serious? We're getting close. We're getting close. We're at 11,914. So if you have not already, consider hitting that subscribe button. Anyways, but Mike says 64463. All right, let's see here. So 64463 across portions here of, let me see. This is for King City, Missouri. All right. So out there, my friend, when it comes to it. So for today, you are in a thunderstorm risk out there, a possibility for a few thunderstorms, but honestly, hope is pretty low for severe weather overall, or any thunderstorms at all. Definitely severe weather is not expected, so that's good news. Anyways, I will say, like I said, I will definitely watch out for late this week, because like I said, according to the models out there, there might just be enough available energy to allow for the possibility of severe weather to occur. So, like I said, if I was to switch over here to the south, like I said, from Missouri, you can actually see kind of roughly right where you're at, northwestern side there. Like I said, we take a look here at the MLK, which is the mixed layer convective available potential energy. I know it's a big old word. Basically just measuring the food that thunderstorms eat in order to live, essentially. So, like I said, according to the models here, there's limited amounts of it according to the GFS, but like I said, when taking a look at other models, like the European model, there is tons and tons of it. So, that really shows you where the models are at right now in terms of very heavy disagreement at the moment regarding this system overall. But, I mean, if you take a look here at the European model's opinion on this, I mean, it is pretty crazy. But it really kind of has you right there at the tip of it. But it should still be enough to fire off severe weather. If it does happen, which it looks possible, definitely looks possible. But, yeah, I would keep an eye out there for it, my friend. Definitely would. Yeah, like I said, definitely enough energy out there to allow for storms and overall the potential of severe weather to actually occur. So, yeah, definitely is something that we will consider watching. But, yeah, that's really the only thing you got to be looking out for right now. All right, let's see here. Drew Ferguson. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, 68507. 68507 right here across Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska. Gotcha. So, when it comes to it, today you have a little thunderstorm threat. Once again, I don't think you're going to see hardly anything. I don't think you're going to see any thunderstorms, even though you are in that thunderstorm risk. Honestly, the chances are very, very low overall. I mean, according to models, I'm not even seeing hardly anything. The only thing I see out there is the possibility. I mean, obviously, we have these storms, these potential severe thunderstorms popping off here in like western Texas today, bringing the chances for some hail and maybe some gusty winds, maybe some damaging wind gusts. It does show for like tomorrow, though, a few thunderstorms, maybe a few strong showers in like eastern Kansas, but you're there for, like I said, Lincoln, Nebraska. But this is tomorrow. It really doesn't show much other than a few showers that could be possible. But I mean, other than that, y'all, that's just kind of what I'm looking at. So, not really, not like I said, really not too concerned on that region out there. According to the once again, like I said, according to the possibility of severe weather out there for late this week here, like I said, there's still a lot of disagreement on it. But like I said, I don't think it's going to reach up there. At least as of now, the models do not support that available energy for thunderstorms to even get up there towards you. So with that being said, it really does not look that probable for severe weather for you. So. Really? I mean, honestly, what I'm seeing out there, my friend, I mean, honestly, it's just a lot of high pressure. Now, you might see your next rain event here for the 15th, but it's not going to, probably won't be anything severe weather related. So that's overall that. Let's see. Mike says, thank you, Andrew. I'll be driving from St. Louis on the 15th. All right, you're very welcome. No problem. All right, let's see here. Grace wants me to take a look here at a zip code. Let's see. So you want me to take a look at 55443. Very, very easy. 55443. right here across portions of Minnesota. All right. So you, my friend, are right there in Minneapolis. So let's go ahead and drive up to those regions out there, shall we? So here's the thing. So according to, depending on which model you look at, I want to go ahead and actually bring you all over this view here. Because like I said, depending on which model you look at, obviously no severe weather is expected out of this here. I can tell you that right now. You're not going to see any severe weather that high out of this potential event that could happen here for the late week. But I will tell you, though, like I said, I will tell you, though, according to which model you look at, there is a few of them that might support a bit of wintry weather down towards your location there. I mean, you can see right there, according to the ECMWF, which is the European model, according to the ECMWF, it does show a bit of snow. But just note that not all models show that. I mean, it actually shows proportions here of like central Nebraska and moving into like Minnesota, maybe even like northwestern Wisconsin, possibly seeing a bit of wintry weather. I know it is literally almost mid-April and we're still seeing winter weather, which that's probably going to continue until like May at least. Anyways, but when it comes to the GFS, so this is the long-range American model. So when it comes to it, according to this one in particular, it really has that low-pressure system altered a lot further south. So that could really determine that obviously that's probably why the GFS, this model, does not show as much severe weather as the European, because that stronger or that weaker low pressure system, according to this model, rather than the European there. But overall, I mean, it really doesn't show much of anything. So, and it doesn't even hardly show any precipitation there going towards you. And the only thing is going to be happening here for like the late 14th. So, heck of a lot of disagreement out there. I tell you what, heck of a lot of disagreement right now at the current moment. But we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll watch it. Let's see. The Shack Lady says, "Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you all have a great holiday. You too, Shack Lady. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it." Victoria also says, "Happy Easter, y'all." What's up, Victoria? Hope you're doing good, and happy Easter to you too, my friend. Absolutely. Like I said, happy Easter to everybody out there. Hope y'all had an amazing Sunday. Hope you guys had a great day out there. Absolutely. Now, I want to take a quick little moment, y'all, to just quickly glance at the radar view, because, like I said, we have a bit of nasty storm activity that's popping off here right now in Texas. Let's see here. So right there towards Lubbock, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of northwestern Lubbock for actually ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Now, once again, wind gusts is what the winds could get up to, so that's a possibility there. One just behind it, not even really a hail concern, maybe just a possibility for some gusty winds out of it. But this guy, look at that. That's a pretty beefy core right there. Might even be showing a bit of, possibly showing a bit of hail out of that one. But right now it's warned for, like I said, 1.25 inch, which is nickel size, or sorry, not nickel size, $half size. And possibility of 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and just south of that, quarter size, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Just want to quickly glance at the radar there overall. Let's see. Donnie wants me to take a look here at Illinois. All right. Yeah, for sure. We'll take a look here at Illinois for you real quickly. So let's go move back over here to the models. So like I said, the thing you got to watch out for is not severe weather. It kind of applies to you as well. I mean, as you can see here, according to the GFS, it just shows a bunch of soaking rain moving in here for basically like the late 15th. Kind of what it appears to be according to this model. And other than that, I mean, from now, basically from the point of now being until then, like, it's going to be pretty dry. Like I said, we have a lot of high pressure in place, which is leading to a lot of precipitation-less conditions out there. Now, like I said, there's a big difference when it comes to the European model. That's where things are a little bit iffy. And like I said, whenever it comes to it for Illinois, I'd even say there's a possibility for some severe weather, according to the European model. GFS, not really, but the European model, potentially. You can kind of see a broken line there, just as a little early view of potential reflectivity out there. But it does kind of show a QLCS, which, like I said, it's a fancy word of just saying a squall line. If you don't know what a squall line is, it's simply just a long line of thunderstorms that could fire off out there. So, overall, that is that. So, like I said, a bit of a Boeing, a bit of a Boeing squall line out there could be possible. So, could fire off some severe weather. Let's see here. Victoria wants me to take a look here at Des Moines. All right, so yeah, Des Moines, Iowa, when taking a look here at the models, like I said, the European model might even show a bit of ice for your state. Since Des Moines is like right there on the centralmost portion of Iowa, it's will likely just stay rain for the most part, according to that. The GFS American model kind of showing here, yeah, just a bunch of rain for like the 15th here, and that low pressure system tracking southeast of you. So, like I said, I mean, seriously, it really just. The models are still a little off, as you can tell. But once again, I mean, here's the American GFS. I mean, it shows that low pressure system heading towards Missouri, tracking this way, and then like I said, the ECMWF or the European model shows that low pressure system a lot pushed up higher north, as you can kind of tell. You can see it's higher up north here, kind of more for like Iowa rather than like Illinois. So, like I said, yeah, it's obviously kind of all over the place here. Definitely is all over the place. All right, let's see here. Texarkana, Texas, says Brenda. Gotcha. So when it comes to Texarkana, like I said, you guys out there, my friends. So for today, you don't got to worry about anything severe weather related, so that's definitely some good news. The only thing I would say for you right now is to keep an eye out there for the possibility of, like I said, keep an eye out there for the possibility there of maybe severe weather for the 15th. Like I said, some of the models that we did look at, as you did see, supports the possibility for a few strong to severe storms in northeastern Texas. It looks possible. It really does look possible. But like I said, not all the models do support that. So, like I said, it's just something to keep an eye out there for. Let's see. The models do not agree with this for sure. Yes, absolutely do not agree for sure. So, like I said, it really kind of shows you that we're still in the blurry view in the extended range. But I can tell you this has been popping up in the models for the last few days. So the overall confidence is there, but what specifically is going to play out is still a little blurry. But anyways. All right, let's see here. I'm in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Worried about the possibility of a subtropical storm. Okay, so you said I was thinking you were saying Pensacola. Let's see, Santa Rosa. Let's see, Santa Rosa. Let's see. Santa Rosa, Florida. It kind of shows this region. Is that right? What the heck? That's definitely not right. That's South America. What? Oh, okay. You did put a zip code. I'll just go off of that. I'm about to say 32459. 32459. Yeah, I don't understand why that didn't pull it up there. Anyways, okay, so you're right there on the panhandle of Florida. And like I said, no matter what model you look at, I mean, or depending on which model you look at, they all have their own opinion. And like I said, that's usually how the models work. Because they each have their own opinion. You need to go off of every model. You need to, like I said, really need to look at all the models there, essentially, to come to an agreement. But when it comes to it, like I said, really the NAM model is the only one that shows this thing like really disgusting looking. You know, really, really strong, essentially. But this guy right here, yeah, like the GFS model hardly even supports anything. Maybe just a bit of rain. I mean, come on. You're a Floridian. You're used to this, okay? This is not going to be anything bad. Like I said, if it does somehow make it to a tropical storm strength, I'm not saying it is a tropical storm. I'm saying tropical storm strength. If it gets to it, it'll be low end. I mean, like, we're talking 45 sustained at max. I mean, seriously, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Not worried about it. Now, the thing I will tell you is to watch out for the possibility of maybe some flooding across some of those regions, because we are expecting, we're going to go and get rid of that little L there, because we are expecting possibly a decent amount of rainfall that could drive through. But let's go ahead and do that here. So we're going to track way down here in time, and yeah, so that's kind of the debate right now. So southeastern U.S. here, we're going to take a look at a closer view of that. Yeah, really there towards the coastline. So there for you, probably you could be seeing over an inch, maybe an inch and a half of rainfall out of it. Still a little early, but well, that's just kind of what we're seeing. Let's see. John says hail is covering the ground near Lubbock. Holy cow. Yeah, like I said, we do have some storms out there towards Lubbock. Hey, John, if you're safe of doing so, and if you want to, like I said, consider sending that to our Twitter. Like I said, at NWW1162, and I will show it on the stream there if you would like. But my goodness, yeah, like I said, if we're going to switch over here to the radar for 1 second out there. We got a 71-mile-an-hour wind report out there earlier, right there towards Rodden. Sorry. Mesonet, so basically a weather station has detected 71-mile-an-hour winds out of that guy. Like that's pretty crazy. But yeah, there you go. You can see right there towards northwest of Lubbock in the next town over called Shallow Water. That apparently there is quarter-size hail or 1-inch in diameter hail being detected. So overall, that's that. But like I said, John out there, my friend, yeah, you might want to stay safe out this. Because like I said, there is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect there for your location. Let's see. So when it comes to it, yeah, look at that. So you can really see that purple there, kind of signifying that hail. You're in a warning here for $half size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So yeah, let's keep an eye on it. We'll definitely, or you should definitely keep an eye on it. Now, one northeast of you looks a little bit more interesting. Kind of showing like, look at that. Wow, a lot of blues really popping up that possibility. Overall, which I find pretty crazy. Let's see here. Julie has sent us stuff on Twitter. All right, let's go and switch over here really quickly. So Julie says pretty windy out there. Let's see here. Oh wow, shallow water. So yeah, that's just what we were looking at there. Is that hail covering the road? It looks like it. Wow. Yeah, look at that. It looks like a winter wonderland out there. Let's see here. John says, yes, shallow water is where the hail is covering the ground. I'm in southwest Lubbock. Gotcha. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. That's definitely pretty crazy. It does not appear to be large hail. Although, is that a broken windshield? Never mind. Interesting. No, I don't think that's broken windshield. I think that's just streaks of rain. Okay. Yeah, it's just streaks of rain. For a second, it looked like a cracked windshield there. I was like, what? But yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's all right. Let's see here. But thanks for the reports there, John. Let's see. Nollins wants me to take a look here at a zip code of 70115. Cross portions here of Louisiana. All right. So this is across portions here of New Orleans. Is it New Orleans or New Orleans or something else? Because New Orleans. Is it like lean or Lynn? I don't know. Trying to get my pronunciation correctly because a lot of places in the country is very interesting to pronounce these names. Anyways, but out there towards you, my friend, yeah, the only really big thing I'd say you should probably look out for is this potential tropical cyclone that we're seeing. Like I said, the support of it has really kind of faded a bit. Yeah, I mean, it really has faded quite a bit out there. Let's see. Like I said, the NAM 12K has been pretty daggone nuts, though. Let me try the previous run out of that. Yeah, no, the NAM model really goes crazy on the strength out there. But that's interesting. Let's see here. Morna says, good day, Andrew. My notifications were late. No problem. What's up, Morna? Hope you're doing good. Like I said, a little update on the Australian storm that we are watching out there for you. Once again, we're going to take a quick little look at that for y'all, my friends. So if you don't know what's going on, guys... Oh, wrong screen. If you don't know what's going on, there is a typhoon, which is basically a hurricane. To us, it's hurricanes. To them, it's typhoons. So the thing is here is we take a look here at the HWRF model. Talking this storm's development out there. So according to the actual forecast, it is expected to be a Cat 5 by a large margin. I mean, look at this thing making direct landfall. I mean, look at that eye. Like, once again, perfect circle. I mean, a perfect circle there, showing a very, very nasty eye. Now, like I said, right now, according to the HWRF, landfall is expected here between Port Hedland and, once again, Broome. those regions there. It will be impacting Interstate 1, obviously, so or Highway 1, whatever road network that is on the northwestern side, right there following the coast. But overall, like I said, that is a really ugly storm out there. Now the thing is, which let me look out there. Let's see here. TRG says, I hate to tell you that something I messed up in my video yesterday. They're called cyclones we're looking at. So TRG, I believe, actually, they only call it cyclones in the Indian, over here in these regions. You know, towards like India, you know, obviously East Africa. Australia, I believe they just call them typhoons. But yeah, no, definitely Pacific, they call them typhoons, which... Regardless, same thing. Hurricane, typhoon, tropical, or hurricane, typhoon. What is the other one? Cyclone. Duh. Yeah, hurricane, typhoon, cyclone. Same thing. Overall, same thing. A big old whirly low pressure system kicked off by the tropics. Kind of the concern here. But like I said, look at the winds on this thing. I mean, like that's the crazy part. Is the winds out of it is absolutely nuts. It looks like a volcano. Looks like a candy corn. Anyways, getting a little distracted here. But anyways, when it comes to it, though, I mean, look at this. Those wind speeds, 130 knots out there. If we go before landfall, I believe it's a little bit higher, actually. 131. I mean, regardless, it is just ridiculous. Seems like the latest... Wow, look at that. Really kind of destabilizes on the latest HWRF model. If I drop down to 12Z, I believe the one it was, that we were looking at here earlier in the live stream. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. So latest model does show a little bit of destabilization. This one shows 146 knots, which once again, that's equivalent to 168 sustained, which that is nuts. But regardless, yeah, this thing is expected to be a... So this thing is expected to be a Category 5, regardless. So let's see here. Morna says, we call them cyclones. Oh, okay. So, yeah, was not too sure on the boundaries, but yeah. I definitely knew that in the Indian Ocean they called them cyclones. In the Pacific they called them typhoons. Well, that makes me wonder, is it Eastern Australia that calls them typhoons, or just cyclones for the entire Australian region? Now I got a lot of questions. Now I have questions. Let's see. I had Australians tell me cyclones. I'll just call it massive swirly things. Yeah, just big old swirly storms out in the water. That's is what it is. Let's see. Phantom says, "Hey, sorry I was late. No problem. Yeah, no worries, my friend." But anyways, like I said, yeah, this is something we definitely need to watch out for. Once again, landfall out of this guy is popping off here for, let's see. Yeah, landfall is popping off here right at 8 o'clock on the 12th. 8 o'clock Eastern time, American Eastern time, 12 o'clock, which is 4 Pacific, and then I think 2 Hawaii time. I could be wrong, but overall, that's that. Let's see. Perfect circle, certainly not weak and powerless. Oh, yeah. No, it has a lot of available energy out there. I mean, it is looking nuts. Really, really crazy. So we're going to definitely watch out for it. Sporty TV says, is there going to be severe weather in Chicago? So, I don't think so. Right now, depending, like I said, really the models are kind of all over the place here. But depending on some of the models here, where severe weather could be possible here for late this week. Once again, we're kind of watching the 15th here in the United States for severe weather here. In which, if I was to bring out the mixed layer cape, basically, once again, this is the available energy in the atmosphere here. Let me look at this real quickly. So, United States here. Move out to 12Z. Yeah, look at this. So all this available energy, I mean, really a large amounts of energy, drives its way up here for like Texas, potentially Oklahoma, Arkansas, moves its way up to the Midwest. But areas in Chicago, I mean, not saying it's impossible, but not all the models support the availability for thunderstorm development to occur up there. I mean, things could change. Things definitely could change out there, but that is kind of what we're seeing there. Anyways, anything changed on the U.S. for the tropics for the South? So, okay. So honestly, there is good news to that. Like I said, it really does seem to be the fact of, like I said, it seems like each model that comes out, it seems like it's getting a little bit more weaker, getting slightly more weaker. So that's good news. Although I would not say we're completely out of the water with anything, impactful yet. Because once again, I mean, like the NAM model, this model is nuts. I think this model has been drinking some booze. Because, I mean, this model really kind of like indicates a strong or middle class tropical storm, which once again, it's not a tropical storm. That's the thing a lot of people get mixed up. This is what we call if this did develop, this is a subtropical storm, which once again, a subtropical storm means that the conditions for it does not meet all the requirements for tropical storm conditions, but very, very similar systems overall. They're just formed differently, essentially. But yeah. Let's see, in UK I call them twisters. We just don't see anything like tornadoes. Gotcha. Yeah, here in the US we call them tornadoes. I know people who call them twisters too. Let's see here. Morna says, thank you, Andrew. My son will be in this track. Oh, wow. He's a FIFO worker on the mines. Wow. Yeah, definitely update him, Morna. And if you wanted to, like I said, you could share this live stream to him as well. Because, like I said, we're going to be live during this. So, Morna, like I said, there's obviously, a lot of places don't really have good coverage on, Australia, unfortunately. But, like I said, we'll be covering this, certainly, because it's a big cyclone. It's something that needs to be watched for. But, yeah. Let's see. Yatsuo says it's worth noting that even the National Hurricane Center isn't really terribly concerned. Gulf of Mexico, yeah, moment not really seeing much to support a storm this week either. Yeah, like I said, Yatsuo. But the thing is, though, is that over the last few days, over the last several models, there has been a support of a system that could be driving severe weather for the 15th. I do get it. Like I said, it's very far out. I typically myself, I don't like forecasting very far out there, but. Except whenever I see a decent amount of agreement out there. I mean, we go back here a little bit ago, or a few models back. I mean, even then, I mean, limitedly, there is enough instability that does drive its way up there. I mean, you can see this is from, let's see, this was 00Z, so this is the first run of today, popping off, compared to the last run of today, or the previous one, the third run of the day. Still showing that. So there is definitely a little bit of agreement out there. Let me even drive this back to like beginning of Saturday. Just to take a look at. I don't even know if the model really goes out too far. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't show as much. It's still kind of an early signature here. But we'll just keep an eye on it. Definitely something to watch out for. Let's see here. Palmer says, thank you for covering Australia. No problem. Anytime. Julie wants me to take a look here at Twitter. All right, let's see here. So at Twitter, holy cow. Wow. Here, let me go ahead and show you real quickly. So, oh my goodness. So, Julie, first of all, thank you for sending this in. So here's a report coming in from Julie. Oh my gosh. Dude, look at that hail. Wow, Julie, that is nuts. That is really crazy. Thank you once again for submitting that. That's got to be hail like at least $50 size. I mean, like those are some big chunks. Okay, here's the thing, Julie, if you can do so safely, really quickly before it melts, grab a quarter and compare it to these hailstones and take a picture of it and send it to us. If you could do that, because that'll give us a size reference regarding what this is going to look like, or what the size of the hail is. But overall, though, I mean, yeah, that is definitely crazy. I mean, it looks like a winter wonderland out there. If you glimpse at it, not knowing that those are hail pellets, yeah, no, it looks straight up like out of a wintry scene, which that is crazy. But thank you once again, Julie, for submitting that. Also, let's see here. TRG, I got this here. Storms he intercepted on Thursday. I know this says not for broadcast, but he's given me specific. Goodness, he's given me specific, agreement or specific privilege to do this, because he's the one who just sent it. But look at that. Yeah, he got hit earlier. This was in Virginia, which the other day we had that slight risk. That slight risk there for Virginia. It really verified. I honestly think it verified for an enhanced risk of hail at least. But seriously, definitely crazy. Now, the thing is, TRG, I'm definitely glad that you were under that little carport area, because if you were out there, I'm sure that car that you were driving in would have got completely banged up. I mean, I'm sure it would have gotten hit pretty good. Slug says permission. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Let's see here. Candace supposed to be taking a look here at, let's see, could it please tell me what's going on for 38451? 38451. All right, this is for Tennessee. All right, so in the immediate range here, let's see. Okay, so whenever it comes to it, anything, I wouldn't say major, but anything eventful over the next few days, nothing really too crazy. The only thing I would say is watch out for maybe a little bit of rain out of this event here. This potential tropical cyclone, the little subtropical cyclone potential, very low chance overall, but it could drive a little bit of rain, but nothing really heavily cumulative. Let's see here. But yeah, that's over that. What is that blue area that was in southern Illinois around my area in Salem when you were looking at Chicago? That was a while ago. I don't remember what exactly we were looking at. Was it this? Like the purplish color? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's like the available energy for possible thunderstorms. In this case, it's not that high for anything severe, so. But overall, I would still monitor this event here. It's still kind of early. Let's see. TRG says maximum hailstones was 2 inches. Wow, dude. Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was crazy. I was actually watching you, TRG, when you got back. Dude, you sounded like stoked to find all that hail, to go through all that. It's really crazy, TRG, is that you went through I went through that crazy wind storm. Literally like the day before you went through, I think it was the day before, you went through all that hail. So we both got slammed here. If you don't know what happened, y'all, there was a storm for me the other day. I think it was for Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday. Maybe Thursday. Either way, it was late last week, and there was tornado sirens going off. I was in a storm, severe thunderstorm warning for 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And it had a possible tornado tag on it, and eventually it did go tornado warn, and it turns out that there was actually a few tornadoes. Yeah, there was actually a few tornadoes that dropped down in Louisville, right there where I'm at, so pretty crazy. But yeah, no, look at that. So Lubbock definitely looks like it's getting hit pretty good. Let's see, quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Okay. It's crazy. Julie, I see that the National Weather Service liked your things you posted out there. Yeah, once again, Julie just posted these videos here of all of this hail that was going on. Yeah, I don't even think we looked at this guy. But that one, holy cow. But yeah, look at that. National Weather Service liked it. I'll even like it as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's definitely really, really crazy. Thank you once again for sharing all that stuff. But anyways, like I said, y'all, we do have ourselves a little bit of a threat for severe weather out there across the dark green region for today. It appears the Storm Prediction Center has a mesoscale discussion out there. Let's see, what's all that about? MDs, let's see, watch unlikely. Okay, so they put a 20% chance for watch being issued. So basically this big old spinning purple line that you see there, that they're considering issuing a severe thunderstorm watch, but it has a 20% chance of being issued. So most likely it's not going to happen. All right, let's see here. Day before, it was awesome. Yours was destructive, and mine was considerable. So yeah, it was definitely crazy. Matt says, how is St. Landry looking? So, let me look. So, when it comes to... try to figure out what we should look at first. Overall severe weather potential, yeah, you're not in the risk here overall. But what I want to look at for you is the main concern I see for you, man, is the possibility of some rain. I mean, obviously, out of this... people, like I said, freaking out over this tropical system. It's really not that bad. Like I said, the good news is it's been downtrending in the last frames, which is great. But let me bring y'all back over to the model. So here's the blend here for a moment. Let's see, Louisiana, right there where you're at. So this is obviously just a idea. Less than half an inch right there for you. I mean, maybe like a quarter of an inch according to the blend here. Once again, the models, that's the blend. You know, some models show more, some show less. You're kind of in that middle ground, but yeah. Hi, Andrew and everyone watching from Emporia, Kansas. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here, my friend. Glad to have you here. So I do have some pretty cool news I do want to share with you guys. So the NWW116, our setup here is going to be changing quite a bit. So over the next few days, I ordered a new desk, and it is going to be a U desk, which is definitely crazy stuff. So when I get it, we're gonna have a better setup here, which would be pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Let's see here. Red Dragon wants me to take a look here at 73859. 73859. All right. This is for Oklahoma. All right. Let's see here. So, you, my friend, are on the northwestern side. So, I don't think... I do not think that severe weather is going to be a concern. Like I said, there's a possibility for severe weather next week. I think you're far enough west to where that does not seem to be a concern, as of now at least. So that's good news. Honestly, from what it looks like here, my friend, it looks like you're going to be chilling. Looks like you're going to be pretty good out there. Not expected to see anything too crazy out there. Maybe a bit of rain here for the 15th. That's about it. But other than that, from now to the 15th, it's going to be pretty much dry out there. So that's good news. Raining hard and hailing a lot here in Lubbock, says Kamer. Oh, yeah. No, I hear you. It seems like this is definitely verified in the hail aspect for today. I mean, let me look at this. Here's that storm in Lubbock right now. Lots and lots of, yeah, like I said, basically lots and lots of hail being detected there. A lot of purples, a lot of blues. Yeah, really showing some big old chunky hail up there. How much longer will we live? Most time in your forecast, around an hour and 30 minutes, about 15 minutes from now. Yeah, I'm probably going to head off here pretty soon. Like I said, yeah, we used to do like an hour. Now we do a little bit longer. But I think we are going to head off here pretty soon. Ooh, look at that. Damaging wind report. 62 miles an hour from a Texas mesonet. So if you don't know what a mesonet is, it's basically a scientific weather station. And it has detected 62 mile an hour winds, which that is indeed considered severe. Interesting. But I will tell you, if you have not already, guys, please do me a solid. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, because I tell you what, we are so daggone close to 12,000. We are literally less than 75 away from 12,000. Like, crazy stuff. So if y'all could do me a favor, please consider it. Be greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Is Southern Illinois screwed for the next big storm? So here's the thing. Like I said, there is still a lot of disagreements. Both the GFS and the European model does support the possibility for severe weather overall. So that looks like something we should watch out for. Now, I will tell you, right now, between the two models, there's a lot of disagreement. So it is a little bit fuzzy on areas up there. So, like I said, we'll let this marinate for a few days. We'll let the models marinate for a little bit, just kind of get a, once again, just kind of get a good understanding, a good agreement. Because right now they're fighting against each other. One says one thing, the other says another. And let's just wait for a little bit, kind of let these marinate, and then we'll talk more about that. Tomorrow we will be doing a live stream, of course. Like I said, every day we do a live stream. But tomorrow We don't got a severe weather threat tomorrow at all, which is good news. Probably just do a similar stream to what we're doing today. Just giving you all an update there in the tropics for northwestern Australia, also for the subtropical potential there in the Gulf of Mexico. It's pretty low threat overall. And obviously that severe weather potential for like late this week. So we'll watch it. Definitely we'll keep an eye on it. Alrighty. Well, anyways, my friends, I think we are going to head off here for now. Once again, if y'all did enjoy it, make sure you consider leaving a like, hit that subscribe button once again. It'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. Y'all absolutely rock. Like I said, we love y'all out there. Just please stay safe. Like I said, even though things are looking pretty okay for now, the only thing, though, like I said, my really big concern there is the possibility for, that big old cyclone. I'm so used to calling it that. I actually got used to calling it a typhoon now. First of all, I was used to hurricanes, and then it moved to typhoon. Now it's actually cyclone. So, anyways, whenever it comes to it, we'll do a live stream on it, which is expected for 8 p.m. on the 12th. So we'll do like an afternoon, evening stream here for the 12th. So keep it out there for that. Julie says the hail is crazy. I hear you. It is. TRG says, see you later, Andrew. Have a great night. You as well, TRG. Thank you for joining us. That goes to all of y'all out there. Thank you for being here. You guys absolutely rock. Like I said, we are going to pick back up on this here for tomorrow. Not sure if we're going to do a video or not tomorrow. Probably not, but we'll just do a live stream for y'all tomorrow. Probably around the same time, maybe 8 o'clock Eastern. And then we'll go from there. Alrighty, everybody. Well, stream's going to head off here in approximately 3 minutes. So if you guys have anything you want to say, go ahead and say it to the chat. Say goodbye to your friends and family who might be hanging around here and all that. But once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us. You guys absolutely are awesome. And all right, well, we'll catch you guys here later on tomorrow. All right, my friends, peace out. Love y'all. Stay safe. Catch you tomorrow.
The time is currently 7:21 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Here is the regional forecast summary. The stretch of dry and pleasant spring weather will persist through much of this week as temperatures approach the 80-degree mark. The next best chance for widespread rain arrives by the weekend as a frontal system lifts into the region. You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station KZZ 65 in Bloomington. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for Bloomington, Normal, and surrounding areas of central Illinois. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 40s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Monday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Monday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-40s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s. Southwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then clearing. Lows in the lower 50s. Southwest winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Wednesday night, clear. Lows in the lower 50s. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the upper 70s. Thursday night and Friday, partly cloudy. Lows in the mid-50s. Highs in the mid-70s. Friday night, partly cloudy until midnight, then becoming mostly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Saturday, partly sunny. A chance of showers in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-70s. Chance of rain 40%. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. A chance of showers until midnight. Cooler with lows in the upper 40s. Chance of rain 40%. Sunday, partly sunny. Cooler with highs in the lower 60s. Again, the forecast for Bloomington, Normal, and surrounding areas of central Illinois for tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 40s. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. At 7 p.m. in Bloomington, skies were fair. The temperature was 61 degrees, the dew point was 30, and the relative humidity was 31%. The wind was southeast at 8 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.36 inches and steady. Looking around central Illinois, it was fair, with a temperature of 66 at Peoria, 64 at LaSalle, and 62 at Champaign. Under fair skies, Decatur reports